Hello friends, today we are going to discuss types of relations. So first of all, we are going to define empty relation. Definition 1 means definition of empty relation. A relation R in set A is said to be empty relation if no element of A is related to any element of A. A relation R is said to be empty if no element of A is related to any element of A. तो A में कोई भी एक ऐसा एलिमेंट नहीं होगा जो A के किसी भी एलिमेंट से रिलेटेड हो. दैट इज R equal to empty, and empty set is always subset of A cross A. So it has to be relation because every subset of A cross A is a relation in A. So phi is also a relation in A known as empty relation. Now we'll define universal relation. So I'm writing definition 2, universal relation. A relation R in set A is said to be universal if universal relation if each element of A is related to every element of A. तो यदि A का हर एलिमेंट A के सभी एलिमेंट से रिलेटेड होगा तो हम यूनिवर्सल रिलेशन कहेंगे. दैट इज R इज A क्रॉस A and A क्रॉस A is also subset of A cross A. So it is a relation in A and we call this as universal relation. Now both empty relation and universal relation are sometimes called trivial relation. क्योंकि कोई भी नॉन एम्प्टी सेट ए है तो फाई और ए क्रॉस ए हमेशा उसके सबसेट होंगे, तो दो रिलेशन ये नॉन एम्प्टी सेट में जरूर होंगे. सो वी कॉल दीज टू रिलेशन एम्प्टी एंड यूनिवर्सल एज trivial relation. Now let us take example of these two. Let A is set 1 2 3 4 5. Let R1 is defined as R1 is relation in A defined as X comma Y such that it is obvious X and Y are from A. No need to write. X plus Y is 1. Now you see there is no pair in A whose sum is 1. So we have to write logic for this. For each x and y in a, x and y are minimum 1. So I can say x and y both are greater than 1. X is greater than 1, y is greater than 1. So therefore their sum is greater than equal to 2. So there is no question that sum is equal to 1. So that is x plus y is not 1 for any pair, for any x and y in A. So this R1 is empty, phi. So R1 is empty relation. Why it is empty? Because no element of A is related to A. No element of A is related to any element of A. So R1 is empty relation. Now we'll take an example of universal relation. Let us take R2 relation in the same set A such that x plus y is greater than equal to, is greater than 1. As for each xy in a, each xy in set A, for each xy in set A, we have, write the same thing, x is greater than 1, greater than equal to 1, y is greater than equal to 1. Therefore, x plus y is greater than equal to 2. Or I can say x plus y is greater than 1, greater than equal to 2 है, so we can write greater than 1. For every x and y in set A, so therefore R is A cross A. R2 is A cross A. Therefore R2 is universal relation. R2 is universal relation in A. Now we have 3 more type of relations, which I will cover in definition 3. A relation R in set A is said to be number 1, reflexive. The relation R in set A is said to be reflexive if A comma A belongs to R. That is, A is related to A. A comma A belongs to R means A is related to A for every A in A. A का हर एलिमेंट अगर अपने आप से रिलेटेड है, then we'll say A, R is reflexive. Number 2, symmetric. If AB belongs to R, then it should imply BA belongs to R for all A and B in set A. A और B अगर सेट A में कोई दो ऐसे एलिमेंट है कि A B से रिलेटेड है, तो सिमेट्रिक तभी होगा जब B A से रिलेटेड है. ट्रांजिटिव. if AB belongs to R and BC also belongs to R. If AB belongs to R and BC belongs to R, implies AC belongs to R for all A, B and C ने. अगर ए बी और सी, ए में 3 एलिमेंट ऐसे हैं कि ए बी और बी सी आर में हैं, तो ए सी आर में होना चाहिए, तभी रिलेशन ट्रांजिटिव होगा. अब यहाँ पे कई बार बड़ी मिस्टेक होती है. नोट दिस पॉइंट वेरी केयरफुली. इफ ए इज रिलेटेड टू बी, ऐसा हो सकता है कि ए बी से रिलेटेड हो बट बी किसी से रिलेटेड ही ना हो, एंड बी इज नॉट रिलेटेड टू एनी एलिमेंट ऑफ ए तो बी से रिलेटेड हो पर बी किसी भी ए के किसी भी और एलिमेंट से रिलेटेड ना हो, देन आल्सो आर इज ट्रांजिटिव. तो इसका मतलब ए बी अगर आर में है और बी किसी से रिलेटेड नहीं है तो हमें उसको ट्रांजिटिव लिखना पड़ेगा. दैट इज इफ ए बी, इसी को रीराइट कर रहे हैं, ए बी बिलोंग्स टू आर बट देर इज नो सी in A such that BC is in A. If AB belongs to R but BC is not in R for any C in A, कोई भी एलिमेंट A में नहीं है कि BC R में आ जाए, then R is transitive. तो अगर A भी R में है और B किसी से रिलेटेड नहीं है तो रिलेशन इज ट्रांजिटिव. इसी लॉजिक से एम्प्टी रिलेशन भी ट्रांजिटिव होगा, बिकॉज एम्प्टी रिलेशन में कोई भी ए बी नहीं होगा, तो ए बी नहीं होगा तो वी नीड नॉट चेक बी सी बिलोंग्स टू आर. सो वी कैन से एम्प्टी रिलेशन इज ऑलवेज ट्रांजिटिव. ट्रांजिटिव कब नहीं होगा? जब ए बी से रिलेटेड है, बी सी से रिलेटेड है और ए सी से रिलेटेड ना हो. तो एम्प्टी रिलेशन इज ऑलवेज ट्रांजिटिव एज देयर इज नो ए बी इन आर. तो ए बी नहीं है तो फिर बी सी भी नहीं है यहाँ पे, as there is no AB and BC in R, so there is no need to check AC belongs to R. AC belongs to R हमें तभी चेक करना है जब AB and BC both are in R. If both are in R and AC is not in R, then only R will not be transitive. So remember this point very carefully. Now let us define very important result, important type of relation, equivalence relation. A relation R in set A is said to be equivalence relation. The relation R in set A is said to be equivalence relation if it is reflexive, symmetric and transitive. तो जब भी हमें इक्विवेलेंस चेक करना है तो विल हैव टू वेरीफाई ऑल दीज 3 प्रॉपर्टीज. अगर एक भी मिसिंग है, सपोज रिलेशन इज सिमेट्रिक एंड ट्रांजिटिव, नॉट रिफ्लेक्सिव, इट वोंट बी इक्विवेलेंस. सो लेट अस टेक एग्जांपल्स. Let L be the set of all straight lines in a plane. L प्लेन की सभी लाइंस को रिप्रेजेंट करने वाला सेट है. L is set of all straight lines in a plane and let us define R be a relation and let R be a relation in set A, in set L, defined as, let R be relation in set L defined as R is set of ordered pairs L1, L2 such that L1 is perpendicular to L2. So now we are saying that two lines L1 and L2 are related if and only if they are perpendicular. So we'll discuss whether it is reflexive, symmetric or transitive. Reflexive. Reflexive के लिए हर एलिमेंट अपने आप से रिलेटेड होना चाहिए. R is not reflexive. Why it is not reflexive? Let us discuss. As no line L1 is perpendicular to itself, as L1 is not perpendicular to L1. So L1 is not in R. Therefore, by definition, it is not reflexive. Symmetric. Now let L1 is related to L2. That is L1, L2 belongs to R. This implies L1 is perpendicular to L2. And we know when L1 is perpendicular to L2, L2 is also perpendicular to L1. So I can say L2, L1 belongs to R because L1, L2 का meaning है L1 perpendicular to L2. L2 perpendicular to L1 से आएगा L2, L1 belongs to R. This implies R is symmetric because whenever AB belongs to R implies BA belongs to R, R is symmetric. Now let us discuss transitivity. So let L1, L2 belongs to R means L1 is related to L2 and L2, L3 belongs to R means L2 is related to L3. So this implies L1 is perpendicular to L2 and L2 is perpendicular to L3. Now it is better if we draw the diagram. So let us draw the line L1. Draw a line perpendicular to it, which is you can call as L2, and draw a line perpendicular to L2 and you call it as L3. So you can see when L1 is perpendicular to L2, L2 is perpendicular to L3, then L1 and L3 are in fact not perpendicular but parallel. This implies L1 is parallel to L3. That is L1 is not perpendicular to L3. So this implies L1 comma L3 does not belong to R. Why this is not in R? Because they are not perpendicular. So R is not transitive. तो ये रिलेशंस रिफ्लेक्सिव और ट्रांजिटिव नहीं है तो ये इक्विवेलेंस नहीं होगा. अब एक एग्जांपल डिस्कस करते हैं इक्विवेलेंस रिलेशन का. एग्जांपल 2. Let R be a relation in set Z of integers. Integers के सेट को जनरली Z से रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं. R be relation in set Z of integers defined as R equal to ordered pair X comma Y such that mod X minus Y is divisible by 3. We'll show it as equivalence relation. So first of all, we'll prove it is reflexive. For that, we need to show every X is related to itself. So for every or any x belongs to z means for any integer x, we have mod x minus x equal to 0, which is divisible by 3. 0 is always divisible by 3. Any non-zero number, in fact, any non-zero integer. So x minus x is divisible by 3. So x comma x belongs to R. xy belong to R if mod x minus y is divisible by 3. Here mod x minus x is divisible by 3. So x belongs to R. So R is reflexive because x is related to x. Now let us discuss, is it symmetric or not? For let x, y belongs to R. This implies mod x minus y is divisible by 3 by definition of R. Mod x minus y or mod y minus x तो same ही होता है. So this implies mod y minus x is divisible by 3. You can write the reason. Mod of y minus x is equal to mod minus of x minus y, which is same as mod x minus y. So this implies yx belongs to R. So xy belongs to R will imply yx belongs to R. Therefore, R is symmetric. Now we'll show it is transitive. Let x comma y and y comma z belongs to R. Let xy belongs to R and yz belongs to R. This implies mod x minus y is divisible by 3 and mod y minus z is also divisible by 3. This implies x minus y, अगर mod divisible है तो number भी divisible होगा. This implies x minus y is divisible by 3 and y minus z is divisible by 3. अब जो 3 से divisible होता है वो 3 के multiple में लिखा जा सकता है. So this implies x minus y some multiple of 3, say 3m, and y minus z is 3n, where m and are integers. Now you can add these two. X minus y plus y minus z equal to 3m plus n. m plus n इंटीजर होगा बिकॉज m n are इंटीजर. तो ये 3m plus n को 3k लिख सकते हैं, where k is m plus n is another integer. Sum of two integer is integer. So x minus z 3 का मल्टीपल हो गया. So x minus z is divisible by 3. So when number is divisible by 3, its mod is also divisible by 3. So this implies mod x minus z is divisible by 3. तो ये हमने प्रूव किया है कि x y belongs to R and y z belongs to R implies x z belongs to R. Therefore, R is transitive. Now we have seen as R is reflexive, symmetric, and transitive. Therefore, as R is reflexive, symmetric, and transitive, therefore R is an equivalence relation. Thanks for watching this video. In the next class, we'll be covering the question based on the types of relations.